Gentlemen, it's 7 o'clock, and I'd like to call the meeting of the Common Council of the City of Hudson for Monday, December 7th to order. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Before we do the roll call, I'd like to introduce everybody to Leanne Addy, our new city clerk. She started last Monday. Nancy officially left the building last Friday, at the end of the day, so I think it's gone pretty well the first week, so we just wanted to welcome her. And I will be doing the roll call and the consent agenda because she does not have a voice, so. Mayor Burchell.
Here.
Morissette.
Here.
Alms.
Here.
McCormick.
Here.
Weber is excused. Hoggett.
Here.
Hall.
Here.
At this point in our agenda, we have anybody in the audience that would like to speak to the council. Now is your time on any agenda or any item that is not on the agenda. Now is your time to come up and speak. So if there's someone here that would like to speak to the council, please come forward. Okay. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Evie Nurbin. I'm president of Hudson Hot Air Affair. This is Ruth Peterson and Jackie Bradham, and we're here this evening to share with you plans for 2016, our 27th year of Hudson Hot Air Affair. Our theme this year is Paint the Sky. So we're going to be partnering with the FIPS and lots of other art-oriented organizations and entities throughout the area for special events and activities, planning some fun history of how the art of ballooning started, and see some pretty impressive art displays in the skies over Hudson, February 5th, 6th, and 7th. So I'll leave some of these rack cards out on the hallway. Our brochures are in the works. We're getting our usual excellent support from the City of Hudson businesses, regional businesses, our pilots who come from throughout the entire Midwest, who come to Hudson every winter. It's all coming together well, and it's an exciting, busy time of the year for all of us. The primary reason we're here is to celebrate the fact that we had a good year last year. We're a totally volunteer, not-for-profit Wisconsin corporation that's been in existence for about 20 years, and we have to spend the money at the end of each fiscal year. And we've had some very good events the last couple of years, so we had some additional dollars. I'm not quite sure where you are in the budgeting process, but this does not mean that we're not requesting room tax dollars. Because we do.
Oh, I think it does.
But we wanted to give back to the city. The balloons have become an icon of Hudson. We see them throughout the region, many different events that we attend around the state and in Minnesota. If there's the word Hudson, there might be a balloon next to it, so it's a recognizable icon. And many years ago, we had some extra dollars, and we funded new street banners for the city. And we had some dollars left over at the end of this fiscal year. So Jackie's our designer, Ruth is our city liaison, and this is what the picture looks like now, and what the banners will look like that will be coming right after the first of the year. So we're anxious to share the icon of the balloons in Hudson, and we appreciate your support of Hudson Hot Air Affair in the past. And we'd love to have Mayor Burchell come up, and I can snap a quick picture too with Jackie and Ruth. We have between 5,000 and 6,000 Facebook followers. It goes absolutely crazy, and so we want to put the picture of the new banners on our Facebook.
Want to do it right here?
Sure, could we?
Sure. Okay, I'll be.
Do you want a picture?
No, go ahead.
You have the official camera. I have the pretend camera. It takes high resolution pictures and it's a whole lot easier to use. Ready?
That was easy.
Thank you very much.
No room to photobomb over there. So. Jumped in there.
Thank you, ladies. That's a great event for the city of Hudson, and we're very supportive of all your efforts, and thank you again for the banners. Devin, if you want to talk about possible consent agenda items.
To approve the regular and closed session meeting minutes of November 16th, 2015. To approve council claims in the amount of $651,711.45. Details are available on the city's website and in the clerk's office. Contingent on payment of any outstanding debt owed to the city and approval of background check. Approve the issuance of 5 regular operators licenses for the period December 8th, 2015 to June 30th, 2017 to David Efelt, Joseph Lawler, Jesse Van Wy, Merritt Steigen, and Caleb Vold. And approve the issuance of 2 temporary operators licenses to be used on December 26th, 2015 at the Hudson Blue Line Club event on 1820 Hanley Road to Megan Gornick and Carrie Gornick. To approve the Class B beer and Class C wine license application for the Hudson Blue Line Club for their hockey alumni game at the Hudson Hockey Arena on December 26, 2015, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. To approve the installation of crossing flags and signage at Hunter Hill at Grandview Drive, Stone Pine Avenue at Grandview Drive, Stone Pine Bay at Grandview Drive, with Stone Pine Association sharing 50% of the cost of the materials and labor with a review in 6 months. To approve the certificate of compliance for a licensed daycare, Simply Giggle Childcare at 2010 O'Neill Road, as proposed by Angela and Peter Novold, with the following conditions. The facility must receive and maintain a family daycare license from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, Department of Children and Families, and a copy of the license must be provided to the City of Hudson Community Development Department to be placed on file. And signage must be placed at locations approved by the Community Development Director that denotes that an outdoor play area exists to the north and east of the signed locations so that motorists are forewarned of the play area to slow down. To approve the Hudson Hot Air Fair Incorporated Special Event Permit Application, the request for designation as a community event, and the request for a reduction in the required level of insurance coverage to the policy limits listed on the attached 2015 Certificate of Liability Insurance, contingent upon the payment of the EMS standby charges, the city attorney approving the 2016 Certificate of Insurance, and the approval of fireworks display plans by the fire chief. To approve accepting the donation of 18 welcome banners from the Hot Air Fair. To approve the Republican Party list of election inspector nominees for the January 1st, 2016 through December 31st, 2017 term, with the additional consideration that they may also serve as special registration deputies or special voting deputies as needed for election-related duties at qualifying community-based residential facilities after training has been successfully completed. The list of the names is available upon request. Also approve the appointment of Doug Torkelson as a special registration deputy for voter registration at Wintergreen Apartments. And to approve an amusement device owner's license to Slots of Fun LLC and the 2 amusement devices listed on the application, contingent on payment of all outstanding debt to the City of Hudson. That is all.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, discussion? Roll call.
Morissette?
Yes.
Alms?
Yes.
McCormick?
Yes.
Weber? Absent, sorry, Haggett?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, discussion possible action on a CSM, 1 lot, 4.8 acres of dedicated Ward Avenue, north of Cooley Road, maintenance building area of the Hudson Golf Club, Hanson Brothers. The city will assure the construction of the street by withholding 125% of the estimated cost of the street construction, which will be released upon acceptance of the street improvements by the City of Hudson. Mr. Darnold.
Good evening. Plan Commission recommends approval of the certified survey map as proposed by Hanson Brothers 12. The lot is 4.88 acres. This is the parcel that the City of Hudson is purchasing from the Hanson Brothers. We're still working on details on the closure of that particular lot purchase, but this would be the certified survey map that provides the legal description. Again, the lot's 4.88 acres, of which about 4.35 to 4.4 acres is developable. There will be a holding pond on the eastern side of this parcel, which will serve as part of the general municipal storm sewer system. If you have any questions, I'd be pleased to respond to those.
I'll move we approve on staff recommendation.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Darnold. Discussion possible action on application of Class B beer and Class C wine. What, I already skipped over that, sorry. Discussion of possible action on Tower Road improvements and funding sources. I think both other council people were here during the Finance Committee. Joyce or Bill, do you have any questions that would have on this particular topic?
Well, the Finance Committee recommendation was to authorize staff to begin preparation of plans and specs, to have staff develop an agreement between the City of Hudson and Town of Troy regarding the construction with review by the city attorney, and the funds would be taken out of the undesignated surplus.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Was it the first 5 years that the city of Hudson is responsible for overcoating or
Seal coating or
seal
cracks,
coating,
yeah.
right? Beyond that 5 years, what is?
Then
goes-
each municipality would take care of their half. Correct, Tom?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And any major construction would be there, if it's on there.
Basically, the only thing the city would be responsible for is the seal coat and crack fill in that 5-year period. After that 5-year period, it'd be the same as it is today. The center line is the boundary between the city and the town. And so the city would be taking on no more maintenance responsibilities relative to anything else, snow plowing or other types of issues.
Okay.
I'll move to approve based on Finance Committee recommendation.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is discussion possible action on application for Class B, Class C wine alcohol license by Mattis Dining LLC, DBA Bricks. This is a change in ownership, and it's Jess Mattis and Celine Mattis, provided the other license is turned in.
Right, upon surrender. And payment of all bills, the standard.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there questions about this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have Chief Jensen with the discussion possible action on bids received for 2 squad cars for our police department.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As I stated in finance, we sent out letters on November 17th to 3 dealerships to get RFPs. We also did put this on our webpage, just in case somebody else wanted to put an RFP request. On December 3rd, we had received 3 from the dealerships we had sent them out to. The lowest one came in at $24,900 from Hudson Ford. My recommendation is that we purchase 2 of those vehicles from Hudson Ford for a total cost of $49,800.
Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
When will we get these, Marty?
Well, if I order them this week, they usually come end of February, first part of March.
Okay, it's pretty quick then.
Yeah, it's usually a good turnaround.
Okay. And then we have to get them on.
Then the weight comes in and getting them outfitted through our outfitter, because everybody else is getting their cars about the same time. That's why I try to get them as fast as I can, so we can try to get to the outfitters as quick as we can.
Questions for Chief Jensen? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discussion possible action on bids received for air compressor. Mr. Zuli, you want to talk about the air compressor again?
Bids were received for a portable air compressor. We received 3 bids. The low bid that met all specifications was from Trenchers Plus for total price of $50,353.32. The funding source would be the 2015 capital fund balance.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any other discussion on this or questions?
Must be an awesome air compressor.
Yep, that's
all I
all I
gotta
can
say.
say. It's got all the tools too.
Package deal.
Package deal. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Want to stay up here and we'll just do the, so you don't have to come back again? And we'll talk about the hoist, and then we'll come back to the utility truck, so you don't have to come up again?
Sure.
So this is discussion possible action on the request to purchase a hoist for the city. Could you talk a little bit about that? I think everybody was here in,
Yeah. At the Public Works Committee meeting on November 4th, we talked a little bit about it, and as we did tonight in finance, this hoist that we use for maintenance of our vehicles did not pass inspection. It's a mandatory inspection that we get yearly. It's a piece of equipment that we use on a daily basis. So this was a piece of equipment that we did not have funding source for. That's one of these things that just came up. So we're just requesting proposal to go out and obtain bids for this and possibly get funding from other balances from our 2015 projects.
questions for Mr. Zuli? Is there a motion to approve? He's gonna go out and get bids, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, I'll move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion.
It's actually a motion to authorize him
Yes,
to do it.
I'm sorry, yeah. Who seconded that, Joyce? You,
Bill.
Bill, you okay with that? Okay. Any questions for Mr. Zuli on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. Peters, we have a discussion possible action on a new vehicle for their utility.
Like I said earlier, it went through Public Works Committee. They're recommending, or they recommended that we go through with this. We did look at state vehicle pricing. I can actually get it cheaper here. So it just makes sense that we purchase it locally instead of through Oconomowoc. So
Okay.
that's about it.
Questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a
Second.
second?
Second.
You can't get the motion, you have to get the second.
That's right.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor? Signify by saying aye. Opposed? Thanks, Kip. Next item, I think we're into new business. Discussion, possible action on estoppel regarding developer agreements, Red Cedar Canyon and Hans Hagen Home. Mr. Darnold.
Hans Hagen Homes has agreed to sell their business to MI Homes out of Ohio. And one of the things as a condition of sale that MI would like to have an estoppel agreement with the city of Hudson, and perhaps Kathy or Tom can better explain to myself what an estoppel is, but basically it just gives assurance to MI that the city will not come back in development agreements and say, here's additional information, here's additional cost. They did submit a sample estoppel. I did forward that to Kathy. We did modify, and the modified estoppel is on your table, but basically the only change from what you may have received in your packets is that we've identified 9 lots that are currently undeveloped. And what we're wanting to clarify in the modified estoppel is that the city can still collect building permit fees, park fees, so we're not, closed on being able to collect those fees. Other than that, Liz Moline and I spent quite a bit of time going through development agreements, making sure all the sureties, all the impact fees, everything's been paid up, and they all have been, so I feel quite comfortable recommending approval of this estoppel, and Kathy maybe can explain any other specific details.
Oh, you've pretty well explained
You've
it.
done a good job.
Yeah.
This is now for the Red Cedar Canyon, correct?
This is for Red Cedar Canyon. There's approximately 20-some phases of that development, because originally when we approved it, it was supposed to take 5 years. It took 15 years, and part of it is because of the recession that we went through. There's 6 phases that that they asked for the estoppel on, of which 3 of the 6 phases had vacant lots left. And again, there's approximately 9 vacant lots remaining.
This has nothing to do with the other project?
No. Only, what MI wants is assurance that there's not some outstanding gotcha situation out there that if they buy the assets from Honsagen Homes, the city won't come back and say, no, you owe us money for this, or the development agreement wasn't completed, or whatever, so.
Denny, you're satisfied there are no outstanding issues?
We gleaned through those development agreements and payments and everything pretty thoroughly.
Is there a motion to approve
I'll
this?
move to approve it.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Discussion or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
And this is in regards to revised estoppel that Kathy
Yes,
provided.
yeah, one with the language on the building permits and
Correct.
so forth.
Okay. Thank you.
There is no issue. There's no issue sheet with B. I was just going to.
Okay, discussion, possible action on requesting
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Tylers to begin processing of issuing of bonds for Vine Street project.
There's no issue sheet on this. Tom Sifkin and I have been talking, and just so we can keep the Vine Street project rolling, I just wanted authorization to get a hold of Ellers, our financial consultants, to get the ball rolling on whatever bonding or notes we have to issue for that project, so we're not ready to start the project and then don't have the financing in place, so. If there's no objection, I don't know that it needs a motion, but I just didn't want to do it without authorization, so.
I think we should give them.
Okay.
Have a motion, so
Yeah.
it's in the minutes.
Yep.
Move for authorization on the Vine Street, Ayers issuance of bonds.
Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Any discussion?
So once Tom and I will get a hold of Ellers and get the ball rolling on that, so.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Communications and recommendations from the mayor. I'm Kurt T. Winkle, who was appointed last month to the Water Board and then the
Plan Commission.
Planning Commission, is resigned from the Park Board. So let's see, do we need approval or just,
Yeah.
yeah, we need approval. I'd like you to appoint Vicki Erickson, 10 Burkmose Park, to serve out the term of Mr. T. Winkle on the Park Board with a term expiring April of 2019. Is there a motion to approve her?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Communication for future agenda for council members. Do you want to talk about the tree?
Yeah, we are pretty excited. We're granted it's our third grant we've received from the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. Our share is $23,000. It's a matching grant, so we get $23,000 from the DNR. And we've got 5 main components. We're gonna update our tree inventory software. The ABE, Emerald Ash Borer Treatment Plan, there's now, ash borer has been detected in the rest area right across the river here. So we're like front and center at here. We're also going to do an inventory of private ash trees, so we're gonna get students involved and they're gonna go home and we really wanna know how many ash trees we have in Hudson. We already know in our public forest, but we don't know in the private ones, so that will help us assess impact and what kind of damage we're gonna be sustaining over time. We're gonna do a tree truck program, which is kind of a cool trail thing, and then we're expanding our gravel bed nursery to reach out to other communities, North Hudson and schools, so that they can use that to help develop trees as well. Feedback from the DNR, we were in the top 5 of grant applications, so we're pretty proud of that. That's pretty cool.
Nice job, John, and
Yeah.
Tree Board. It's just, it's a great program for us, and because our forests are so important to this community.
I agree.
We gotta protect them.
Joyce
Good job,
says.
you guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, and I wanted to just express appreciation from the library board for the extra funding for opening on Mondays. As I sent an email that was passed on by Devin, that the plan is to open noon to 6 starting in January, and then by the beginning of April, be open 10 to 8, but at this time, Tina's talking about being able to do that sooner. Probably the end of February, so that would be Leap Day. And in March. So
Cool.
she's excited about that and going full speed ahead and hiring and training the people that are needed to fill the positions
Good.
to do that.
Any other,
Thank
do
you.
you have anything else, Joyce?
Nope.
Any other council people have anything for the good of the whole? Okay, city attorney? Mr. Welly?
Nope.
Okay, and next item on the agenda then would be discussion possible action of entering into closed session pursuant to 1985-1C, consider employment compensation or performance evaluation data on any public employee of which the government body has jurisdiction or exercise responsibility. And the topic is employee compensation. So I'll need
I'll move to go into closed session.
is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Alms?
Yes.
McCormick?
Yes.
Hoggett?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Morissette?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're ready to go. We're back in open session. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve a one-time $10,000 payment to Devon because of the additional duties undertaken in the due to the recent resignation of the finance director.
Thank you.
There hasn't been a second yet. There hasn't been a second yet. And we haven't voted yes. Is there a second?
Second it.
Joyce, a second. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. You're welcome. Deserve it. At this point, is there someone to entertain an motion?
So
to
moved.
adjourn? We
Could
have-
I just quick, we will, with the 21st meeting, Al and I will keep an eye on the agenda. The committees aren't meeting ahead of time, so if the items that are potentially on there can wait. So we'll let you know as soon as we can,
Okay.
but if there's only one item or two items, if it's okay with everybody, we'll just put them off till January if they don't need to be.
What's the matter now?
Everyone's,
Okay.
I just didn't know with people with being at the holiday week and things, if people would be wanting to.
Yep.
But I'll keep you posted on how things are going, so.
We have a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you very much.